Volkswagen Golf. We all know it. It's been around since 1974 and they have sold over 29 million examples. It's a huge hit. It sells in a massive array of countries globally. And the Mk7 is finally here. This car has to be good. So, what is new about the 7th generation Golf? Well, pretty much everything actually. Crucially, it now rides on the MQB platform, just like the Audi A3, which we drove recently and thought was really good. It's a bit longer, 56mm longer than the previous generation, and of course it gets a completely new range of engines, which Volkswagen claims has made a 14% average improvement over the entire range. No doubt helped quite a lot by the fact that this is also 100 kilograms lighter than the last car, despite being a bit bigger. Here we are testing the 1.4 TSI, which has now got 138 brake horsepower, and it's actually completely unrelated to the previous 1.4 TSI. It's a new engine altogether. And what this engine does get is something called cylinder deactivation, which is really clever. It means that the engine senses when you don't actually need all the performance it can give, and if it can, it will actually shut off 2 of the cylinders, and this really improves economy. So actually you can get a combined MPG out of this engine, so Volkswagen claims, of over 60 MPG, which is really impressive. What is also amazing about this engine, I've discovered, is just how refined it is. This car, I'd say if there's one thing that has improved dramatically over the last generation Golf, in this model at least, it is the refinement. You listen to that. It's so quiet. It's amazing, really good. The car we've got has also got the 7-speed DSG gearbox, and very good it is too. Occasionally it feels a little bit slow, but I have to say between that and the cylinder deactivation, which you really cannot sense at all, it's quite incredible technology. This really is a very, very smooth powertrain. Driving the new Golf, it does feel very evolutionary. It feels exactly how you would imagine a new Golf would feel. It does feel like it's matured further, almost as if it's sort of edged up a class slightly. The steering's a little bit quicker, but really nice actually, I quite like it. It's a slightly more neutral drive actually, I think there's a bit less understeer. It's just kind of really grippy, really accessible, it's really nice. And actually, this 1.4 TSI proper moves when you want it to. It's good. Ride quality on this car is actually really good, I have to say. I think it is an improvement. It's a bit hard to tell on these roads, but it's a little bit firm over things like expansion joints and potholes. 99% of the time, it's a really great compromise between just being really comfortable, smooth and settled, and yet without too much body roll. It's a nice car to drive, it really is. Is it scintillating and exciting? Well, no, not really. The new Golf also gets various adaptive drive elements for the first time, just like the Audi. So you get variable steering, throttle, engine mapping, and also damping as an option. I think it works really well. I think basically it just makes the Golf work that little bit better for an even broader range of people, which, let's face it, is exactly what the Golf needs to do. This new Golf is such a complete package. It's amazing, it really is. And I know every manufacturer claims that their cars get more premium with every generation, but there is some truth to this with the Golf. The interior feels classier in general, the switchgear is a bit nicer, and in particular, this infotainment system is amazing. Pricing actually doesn't really go up very much on the current range of Golfs. For this 1.4 TSI with the DSG gearbox and in GT trim, you're going to be looking at £23,500, which is no small amount of money really. However, given that this does feel like a car really from the class above, and given how nice it is to drive, how refined it is, how easy it will be to live with, I think there will be a lot of people out there who won't mind paying that at all. Is the new Golf good enough to provide satisfying, convenient and relevant transport to the entire world, pretty much? Yes, absolutely, without a doubt. Is it a teensy bit boring? Well, yes, also, there's no getting away from that. Does it matter? No, of course it doesn't. The new Golf is exactly what it needs to be, and it is better than ever.